Ladies and gentlemen, yes indeed, here we are once more, putting the friendly into friendly fire.
Alcoholism.
I think drunken charge of a weapon really will result in friendly fire, you're right.
Oh, welcome back to Rana. My name is Beast, and today we're back with Fruits of Grisaia. I lack a neck today. Context for you two. I'm wearing like a black t-shirt where the fucking collar is quite high. So if I face the camera directly, you cannot see my neck because of my beard.
Oh. So you now have a beard of Ezekiel, do you?
Anyway. Why is Ominous screaming? Stop. Stop. Get some help. From above, I hear a strange, warbling scream straight out of a kung fu movie. My first instinct is to suspect a terrorist attack of some sort, but there's nothing in the way of explosions or gunfire, so that seems fairly unlikely. Whatever the case, I clearly need to investigate. Leaving my room, I immediately head for the stairs.
Kazami-san, Amane-sanの声がしましたが、暴漢に襲われでもしたのでしょうか?
Can't deny the possibility, but there's no way to know for sure until we take a look. Let's go investigate.
では、Amane-sanが暴漢に無残に服を引きちぎられたことを想定して、何か羽織るものを持っていった方がよろしいでしょうか?
Okay, stop talking and follow me. We'll know soon enough what you need.
はい。これ何？Amane-さん、暴漢ですね。いや、違う。これ見て、洗濯機の中に。
Fucking Michiru's just inside the washing machine. Whee!
A horde of rampaging vandals.
そうじゃなくて、いいから見てよ。はい、確認します。あらら、これは。
Pair of such shoulder to the open washing machine, full of colorful toy cars a few inches in length. Handful would be weird enough, but a rough estimate, there must be a good 100 of the things in there.
洗濯しようと思ったら、おもちゃの車が中に。申し訳ありません。Amaneさんに頼まれていた買い物を一時的にここに保管しておいたのでした。ここって洗濯機の中に？そんなわけないですよね。なぜ洗濯機の中におもちゃを保管するんですか。Amaneさんに品物を渡そうと思ったら、それよりランドリーが汚れているから掃除しておいてと指示を受けたので、ひとまず洗濯機の上に置いたんです。
Now that you mention it, there are indeed a good dozen cardboard boxes stacked on top of the machine. Tamisachi, are these all full of model cars?
はい、そうです。おそらく箱が壊れて中身が洗濯機に落ちちゃったんですね。見てください。他の箱も重みで破れてきて。
Necropara W?
I mean, maybe.
Coffee beating in the ass. Crazy.
落ちた！箱が壊れて全部落ちた！
A washing machine seems to be drowning in toys.
あららららら。まあ、これでこそ、みたいなところですね。
Yes, lads, I'm not the only one eating here in this part.
Nom nom nom. Sorry, folks.
Amne, my friend, what are you planning on doing with this massive collection of toys?
知らないわよ。私、さっちゃんにこんなの頼んだ覚えないもん。
I don't know if you heard that noise, but there's
Which
like
noise?
a fucking notification and a message came in. I just look over to the side and just see like a message that just reads Big Seg.
Okay. Right.
I forget the fucking context, what the concept could possibly be for that. Ah, right. The context is that this was in chat right above the message.
Oh, good lord.
I will now be deleting it again because Jesus Christ. Don't need to confuse Cactus. He does not need to hide this in the thumbnail. In fact, do not. Actually, did y'all find the Toko in the last thumbnail?
I did, yes.
I'm just bad at looking for things.
It wasn't even, well, somewhat relative, kinda well hidden. She's sitting on Axel's elbow.
Yes.
Right next to the regular interaction.
That's a fable. It's a lie.
Go ahead and look at it.
You go to the channel and post all the
それは
thumbnails.
どういうことでしょうか。ちゃんとあまねさんの言う通りに買い物をしてきたのですが。
Damn, she is.
Told you. Your ass will not be able to play Where's Waldo.
No, I'm horrible at Where's Waldo.
私はおもちゃの車が欲しいなんて言ってないよね。あまねさんはこ
I'd
うお
have
っ
to
しゃいま
play
した。
the
ミニカー一機がやり
audiobook
たい
version of
と。
Where's Waldo.
ミニカー一機で気持ちよくなりたいと。そう私に言いつ
Somebody's
けまし
saying,
た。
hot, cold.
Oh, model car riot. I think I've heard the phrase before.
はい、私も最初は困惑しましたが、すぐにミニカーを使った一機のことだと分かりました。一機といえば少なくとも100人からの人が必要です。ですからこの小峰幸、まずは100台のミニカーを集めるところからスタートしたのです。その作業は困難を極めました。一口にミニカー100台といっても、そこまで在庫を抱えた玩具店はなかなかありません。おじさま、ミニカーくださいな。100台。5台ならあるよ、お嬢ちゃん。そんな会話の応酬です。しかし、あまねさんがミニカーで悲願の一機をやりたいのであれば、それ相応の数を集めなくてはなりません。私は様々な玩具店に問い合わせ、ありったけのミニカーの在庫を。耳かきだから。
Oops.
集めました。そしてここにようやく300台の。はい。いや、私がさっちゃんに頼んだのは耳かきだから。耳かピ？ピじゃなくてキみかき。耳かき。もしかしてそれは耳を掃除するときに使用するあの耳かきのことでしょうか。うん。ミニカ一機でなくて
Toy Story's answer to the Australian Ute
今
muster.
まで使ってた耳かきが壊れちゃったから新しい耳かきを頼んだんだけど。耳かきとミニカー一機。まさかそんなアクロバティックな聞き間違いをするなんて。
Yeah, us three bust in and we throw model cars at each other.
どんな種類の反乱？
Or alternatively, you glue the mini cards onto onto like a board, and make like a riot sign protest sign out of the model cars.
Thought for a moment you were going to say we'd super glue them onto JB's Ferrari.
That would be an alternative.
That'd be cool. It would be the ultimate form of protest.
Make a riot shield out of model cars. All color draining from her face, Saja begins to quiver like a spastic jellyfish.
返品すればいいだけですよね。このミニカー、メーカーに在庫なくて、いろいろ探して、おみそ、11万円ほどかかりましたが、返品を。
Amane, my friend, Sachi's face is currently the color of moldy vanilla yogurt. And what do you plan on doing about that?
さちゃん、ごめんね。私の滑舌が良くなかったんだよ。私が悪かった。はい、承知いたしました。滑舌ですね。すぐにご用意いたします。違うの、そうじゃなくて。違うのですか？もう何が正解か。私。
I think she's having a breakdown.
It's 566 quid down the drain.
困っちゃうわね。どこかにミニカーが数百台ないかしら。
Oh lord. Just as the crisis seems to be coming to a head, Michiru enters the scene with a blatantly unnatural line of dialogue. Turning ahead to take in the horde of model cars now scattered all across the room, she opens her eyes wide.
これ全部ミニカー？まさかこんな偶然。でもこのミニカー必要だからここにあるのよね。どうしましょう。みちる様、どうしましたか？それがね、知り合いのミニカーマニアがどうしても明日中にミニカーを300台用意しなくちゃいけないって言うのよ。なんでも夏のミニカー祭りで冷やしミニカーにして配るんだって。
Chilled cars.
でもそんなに都合よくミニカー300台なんてないわよね。どうしましょう。
Chilled car.
実は
You know, if they were a giveaway,
もう行か
any
な
other
きゃ。
way,
私には時間
this
が
would
な
have
い
been a
の。
little less contrived.
何しろ300台のミニカーを明日までに用意しなきゃいけないから。みちる様、ここにあるミニカーよろしければ使っていただけませんか？いいの？だってそんなまるで奇跡。
What a complete farce. Saying a conscious effort to keep my eyes from rolling.
実はこのミニカーは全て返品しようかと思っていたんです。返品だなんてとんでもない。だったら私がいただくわ。はい、喜んで。でもどうしましょう。すぐにでもお礼をしたいけど、私持ち合わせがなくてね。今持っているものといえば偶然ポシェットに入っているこの耳かきだけ。でもごめんなさいな。私って本当におバカさん。耳かきなんていらないわよね。これはしまっておくわ。
This is a fucking farce.
It's just a miniature version of Top Gear at this point.
その耳かき私にちょうだい。いいけど、なんで？実はさっちゃんが耳かきとミニカー一機を、いや、これ説明しても意味わからないわね。とにかく耳かきを私がもらうとさっちゃんが喜ぶのよ。なんですって？奇跡再び。わかったわ。じゃあこれあまねにあげるわね。はい、耳かき。みちる様、ありがとうございます。みちる様がいなければもう少しで依頼を果たせないところでした。何言ってるの？私こそありがとう。 幸のおかげで夏のミニカー祭り大成功決定ね。冷やしミニカーの屋台に行列ができるのが目に浮かぶわ。
Well, they're really satisfied with this. I guess I'll keep my mouth shut. But seriously, man.
それでは私、お掃除の時間ですので。
Oh. Just hold it here.
助かったわ、みちる。ありがとね。だから何がよ、こっちこそ助かったんだからさ。何よ。まあ助かってもお礼なんて言わないけどね。
Is that really an authentic tsundere attitude? I'm having some doubts.
そうですね。あれれ、何なんでもないわよ。あまねは黙ってなさい。ちょっとユージと会話してみて。ユージ、こんにちは。
Yeah, hello.
したわよ。不自然じゃない。何？仲直りできてないの？そんなことないわよ。普通よ、普通。はい、もう一度挨拶。こんにちは。はい、どうも。ユージ、あんたちゃんと謝れって言ったのに。いいのよ、マネ、黙って。そういうことじゃないから。ミチルこそ黙ってて。今私はユージと話してるの。
Okay, in this situation, no. Fuck you, Amane. If the person you are telling him to apologize to is saying that's not what this is about, then that is not what this is about. Continuing to stay mad at the lad will not help your case. Well, you have some solution to this, and honestly, you'll have to hear it.
大体何があったかわかんないけどね。女の子、黙ってってば。ごめん。
Thank you.
そんなつもりなかったんだけど。
She actually needed to get her fucking shit pushed in for a second. Like, if anything, like, Amane was literally just promoting the idea of it doesn't matter if you're in the right or in the wrong. Just apologize, even if you don't know what's the issue. In a way. Which, that's not healthy.
あ、違う。そうじゃなくて、私。ごめんね、本当に。私、関係ないのに。いいの。そうじゃないの。そうじゃないってば。
Her face contorts with anxiety. Michiru stumbles repetitively over her words. It's painful to watch, but I'm not trying to intercede. In the next moment, just to complicate things further, Makina pokes her head into the...
ねえねえ、どうかしたの？何このミニカー。
Makina isn't a good time. Save it for later, alright?
なんで仲間外れにするの？私だってお友達の一人なのよ。
Oh no, not a trigger word.
マキナ、仲間外れじゃないけど、今はその。何？あれ、チルチルどうしたの？顔色が悪いのよ。お腹痛いの？何？どうしたのよ、チルチルってば。
Makina, we're leaving. Stop talking and come with.
うるさい！チルチル？うるさい。みちる、ちょっと落ち着こうか。
Not the moment. Not the moment. She's clearly having some form of an attack.
やだもう！やだ！
Michiru, are you... For a long moment, Michiru stares fixedly at the floor in silence, her expression hidden by her bangs. Judging from the astonished reaction of Amane and Makin, I haven't seen the girl act like this before either.
なんなのよさ。
When Michiru finally speaks, the first word out of her mouth comes as yet another baffling surprise.
ってね、驚いたっていうか、驚いたでしょ
It's not just the abrupt attitude shift. Michiru's expression is like that of a completely changed person. Everyone else in the room, myself included, is struck speechless. Amane blinks her eyes in utter confusion.
どういうこと
Probably
I
would
don't
have
know,
been,
man. I don't think that's funny.
I probably would have been just as baffled if this was my first time seeing this Michiru. But that's not the case. A vague understanding of the situation dawns on me. Let's see, so that's how it is.
そういうことってちょっと意味がわからないんだけど。何真面目な顔してんのよ。ちょっと笑っちゃうんだけど。ほらほら、マキナにあまね、何ボケーっとした顔してんの？私が本気で落ち込むわけないでしょ。そんじょそこらのミチル様じゃないのよ。キングオブツンデレよ。わかる？ほらほらほら、もう驚いた顔しないで。はいはい、いつもの通りに。大丈夫なの？大丈夫って何が？今までのは全部冗談よ。っていうか、そんな落ち込むようなキャラに見える？
But her switching from that one pose to this one just gave me the mental image of Michiru just like fucking just hip or ass bumping Amane while she's talking about like this. Like just fucking hip bump her for some odd reason. Gets repelled by fucking Amane's mighty ass. Could have put me for a minute there.
あんたバカそんなキャラじゃないっての。そうなの？本気で怒らせちゃったのかと思ってすっごい驚いて心配しちゃったじゃない。チルチルも意外とやるのよね。つまりあれだろ、ドッキリってことな。ちょっと驚かせてやろうと
Exactly
思っ
this
たのよ。
pose. Going from this pose to the other just looked like she just fucking hip bumped.
かなり真に迫った演技だったんじゃない？みんなコローっと騙されちゃって素直なんだから。すっごい疲れた。どっと疲れが出た。あのさ、そういう冗談やめてよね。うっかり信じちゃったじゃないの。みんなお人よしなのよ。さあさあ、私はこのミニカーを冷凍庫にどうやって入れるか考えなきゃいけないから解散。もしかしたらみんなの冷凍庫をちょっとずつ借りるかもしれないからね。冷凍庫にミニカーとか嫌なのよさ。断る。あらそう、ケチくさいよねまったく。それじゃあ私は忙しいんで、ほら解散。はーい解散。じゃあね。私もチルチルにいたずらの仕返ししてやるのよさ。ああ、分かってると思うけど、ユージ君はちょっと待って。君には言いたいことがあるんだけど。
The moment the others stagger out of the laundry room, the smile's completely erased from Michiru's face. She watches me with a serious expression, her tone of voice cold. Doesn't surprise me. I've got something I want to ask you myself.
それは好都合ね。そうね。教室で待ってて。なるべく人の来ないところがいいから。
Yeah, fine by me. As instructed, I immediately make my way to the empty school building. Every now and then, I'll finally get some real answers about what's going on with my erratic young friend. Okay, I never noticed how fucking weird this character pose is. until I actually saw the legs. Like, the legs is what makes it weird, you know?
Well, it kind of looks like a
Like,
posing for something else.
It would be less weird if, like, the leg, like the back leg in this shot was more going down here or something. But like this, it just looks odd. Like she's in the middle of a jump or something. Even as I'm settled in, the door slides open, slides silently open, and the girl in question enters. Michiru folds her arms and silently approaches me. She appears to be sizing me up somehow. Rather than taking a chair, she lowers herself onto a desk in front of me. We're in point-blank range, but she still hasn't said a word. Well, no point waiting till the sun goes down. Instead of easing into the topic at hand, I'd try abruptly throwing her a bit of a fastball. You going to explain yourself? What was that supposed to be? As soon as the words leave my mouth, Michiru fires right back in an even more forceful tone of voice. Yuji-kun, 君こそ説明してくれない? An explanation, me. そう、説明。なんであんなことしたの? もちろんあんなことってキスのことね。とぼけないでね。Seems the girl's genuinely upset with me now. Really incomprehensible. I was expecting you to give me some sort of explanation, but instead it's yet another lecture on responsibility. その通り。責任です。君さ、本当に無神経だよね。Michiru rebukes me in a vaguely disgusted tone of voice, almost like a big sister lecturing her brat or brother on how to use chopsticks. It's coming from you. If you want to criticize my matters, shouldn't you explain who you are first? That little body swapping routine just now wasn't half bad, but it's not gonna fool me. I assume you're aware of that. 私は私でしょ? 逆に聞くけど、君は誰? He just rattles off at his entire backstory. She just sits there like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Do you need help?
Yeah.
Like, I can hug you if you need me to. People are already waiting for Bud's reaction to Yuji's backstory.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. Are you looking forward to it, Bud?
No, not at all.
Good. Make for a bit of content.
In fact, I'm loathing it, and I hate you. I hate you. I hate you a lot.
Yeah, scenes like those are okay when you watch them with friends. Hell, I could potentially even be convinced to finish playing White Album, or even play White Album 2 if it is strictly in a co-host setting.
As long as we're all having a good time.
Well, I mean, not sure how else to answer that.
でしょ? 自分で答えられないことを他人に聞くなんて馬鹿げてる。
Again with this, I talk to the other Michiru, I always end up getting lost in fog. Wandering straight off topic. But I'm not Alice, and it isn't time to be getting caught up in riddles. Okay, look, I've had enough of the riddling. Just because you're perching on top of a desk doesn't mean you need to croak at me like a crow. それ、どういう意味? Doesn't mean anything. Listen, just answer the question, will you? That's the most basic rule of coherent conversation. ルールは破るためにある. Some people feel that way, but it's hard to have a fair match without him. Like, rules are made to be broken. Oh, so the rule that he was not supposed to kiss Michiru outside when she is in control was also meant to be broken. Like,
Hello.
she is like, rules are made to be broken, but she is literally upset because he broke a rule, a social rule, but still.
Besides which, there are some rules that are not meant to be broken, like physics.
Murder.
I mean,
The rules of nature!
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the rules of physics are a bit more new. This isn't a time to take it as a challenge.
So, hold on, I'll read the prior line. Here and now, for the purposes of the discussion, I think the two of us should be on even footing.
そうね。そうかもしれない。では、たった今から君のルールに従います。どんなルール？
Michiru imitates putting her hand on a Bible as she speaks. Hopefully this means we're finally gonna get somewhere. Good. Rule number 1, first and only rule. Truthfully answer the following question. Who are you?
だからさっきも言ったでしょ。私は私。
You're definitely Michiru, but you're not the Michiru I know. Listen, I don't need any more banter. Just give me a yes or no answer. Are you Michiru? Michiru heaves a deep sigh and hops lightly down from the desk. After a moment of silence, she shrugs her shoulders expressively, silently communicating the words. You really are clueless, aren't you?
ねえ、世の中はイエスとノーだけじゃ返事できない問題がたくさんある。例えば、1+1はイエスかノーじゃ答えられない。これは謎かけじゃない。構造の問題。もちろん、あなたが好きそうな二進法に変換したら、イエスノー、イエスノー、イエスノーの羅列で表現できるかもしれないけど。でもそれって。
Oops. Pushing out her lips in a mild pout, she continues with a clear tinge of displeasure in her voice.
やぼったい。それもとびっきりね。
That's so. There's a problem. Seems two of us are communicationally incompatible.
それじゃあ君の話は終わりかな。今度は私の話を聞いて。
I lower myself onto a chair and lean back my listening pose. Sadly, I can't help but admit it. We're firmly in Wonderland territory here. Seems I have no choice but to play by her rules. No, honestly, God, you don't. Like, if she is not willing to communicate on your level, you don't need to communicate on hers either. Like, if she is not willing to meet you halfway, you could just leave the conversation.
Yeah, no more games.
Shame we don't have any tea. I'm sure your story is worth savoring at length.
大丈夫。時間は取らせない。っていうか、時間がないのよ。茶化さないでね。
Considering there's apparently no time for messing around, you sure are messing around a lot.
Yeah.
そして、これは大問題なのよ。
I'm thinking for a while. Michiru clears her throat with a little cough. Got the impression the girl just brushed away the conversation up to this point, like so many errant particles of dust.
まず、この子はひどく動揺してる。さっきの何？あんなこと初めて。原因はもちろん君。わかるでしょ？
Yeah, I guess so.
そして今日のことも深く彼女を傷つけることになる。これは君が思ってるよりもずっとシリアスに彼女を傷つける。だから君には責任を取ってほしいの。簡単に言うと慰めてほしい。
And again, why should he accept the request from someone that isn't even willing to fucking talk to him in a way he understands?
Today Sesame Street.
Like, if I was Yuji, I would just straight up fucking be... Like, if I was Yuji, I'd just straight up, okay, I'm gonna trouble her more. Just because you're being a little bitch about this. Like, I'm gonna be a contrarian. Asshole. You don't want to talk? I'm not gonna fucking do what you want me to. Comfort. Want me to pet your head then? Maybe I should get a big stuffed animal, put some candy in a stocking, and drop down the chimney at Christmas?
だから茶化さないで。明日の朝、この子の部屋に来て、それから慰めて。とっても優しく、とっても紳士的に。
Comfort me like a gentleman. Can't say I've ever heard someone make a request like that on their own behalf before. People drop hints, but outright telling someone I'm weak, comfort me, is more than a little unusual. Will that prevent any future problems?
ある程度はね。でも君がこの子にキスした時点で、それは始まってしまったのよ。
Hold on, you're making this out to be my fault, but you're the one who started this.
そうね。確かにそう。でも私と違ってこの子は純粋なの。
And that's the issue. You're refusing to put up a barrier that separates you two. Like, oh, she's the innocent one. She's the one that needs protection. But at the same time, you're unwilling to put a firm barrier between who is that and who is this. He asked you, who are you? And all you say is, I'm me. He's not gonna be able to firmly put a differentiation between you two. Like, there's not gonna be this, there's not gonna be, like, this person and this person. It's just gonna be, like, different flavors of Michiru. Which, why would he treat them differently? They're all Michiru. Come on. God, she's pissing me off because, like, she puts on this smart act, but she's just a fucking moron.
Demo, この子はそれとは比べ物にならないの。あのキスで。
Michiru hesitates for a moment, but apparently decides that there is no use hiding it. She fires off the words as if eager to get them off her tongue.
君のことを好きになったのよ。単純だって笑わないでね。だって生まれて初めてのキスをしたのよ。それで普通でいろって方が難しいんじゃない？
if it says so.
何か質問はある？
Quite a few, actually. There's a whole mountain of things I don't understand. But I don't trust this hitting wall to return my volleys properly. I'll pretend this ball hurt. You might as well get a watermelon flying back at you. No. Not for you, at least. I'll ask the girl herself tomorrow. Seems to be faster that way.
そう。それならそれで構わない。でもあくまで。
A gentleman.
わかってるじゃない。君って堅物だけど、飲み込みは早いのね。
The conversation apparently concluded. Michiru waves her hand vaguely in the general direction. Like, I would just fucking firmly put the thing down that the things she says are going to reflect on the other aspect of Michiru as well, because she refused to differentiate the two. Like, every time she's a bitch, I'm just gonna fucking treat the original Michiru like she's involved in this. Until you go out of your way to finally say, hey, there's a difference. Which you refuse to fucking do.
あまり四角ばらないでね。はい。これあげる。まったく、あんな数。どうしろっていうのよ。
Leaving a single model car beyond the top of the desk, Michiru strides out of the classroom. Like something out of a mystery novel. Completely beyond me. I'm a spectator on this ride, and windows are opaque. I was hoping to get a handle on the situation, but it's impossible. Don't even feel like reading some escapist novel right now. Like, I'll be honest, like, this is not like a you're not a voluntary spectator on this ride. And if I was an involuntary spectator on a ride where they refuse to let me see the outside, I'll just smash the fucking window. The only thing I want to do at the moment is collect my thoughts without the risk of being disturbed. Which means, I guess I'll go for a little run. With a small sigh, I tried to close the story of the girl named Michiru, placing a bookmark between today and tomorrow. That girl's actually pissed me off a wee bit. Some things are inevitable. The carefully wrapped present you hand to a child never come back in one piece. There's no night without a dawn. The wrapping paper gets torn to shreds and the sun rises. That's the way the world works. Actually, not entirely. There are some fucking weirdos out there. Specifically, my uncle hated tearing the present wrapping. Like, he would carefully, like, cut the fucking tape and just, like, cleanly take it out of the fucking wrapping. Because he just did not like ripping it. Like, oftentimes it wasn't even reused. He just didn't like ripping it.
Huh. That's half the joy of it.
Yeah, but he didn't like that. Like, he carefully cut that shit open.
Joyless specimen.
He's a musician now.
Oh, word. I'm going to turn up and do his gigs and then tear gift wrapping in his face. Let's all go there for Christmas.
Girl wasn't the girl. The girl wasn't the girl who told me that the girl would need help in her room. So the girl told me to go to the girl. The girl who wasn't the girl told me to come to her room in the morning.
Can't tell if a stroke or a Billie Eilish song.
But at the moment, I want to get this situation resolved. Around the world, girls. A lot more about this strikes me as strange, but at the moment I want to get the situation resolved. So I'm gonna pick at the details later. Although getting up at 5 in the morning is perfectly routine for me, I understand that I'm something of an outlier amongst my age group in this regard. Therefore I decided to take care of my normal morning run and shower off my sweat before paying my visit. And there was no way to, there was no reason to put him inside his room for that. They could have just started him out in the corridor, be like, you know what, I'm the outlier. I showered and washed off before coming here. Like, there was no reason to fucking grab the room beforehand. Once I'm clean and dressed, I pull out the mental bookmark I've wedged between two slices of time, making my way to Michi's room to pick up the story where I left off. Well, I'm here at least. That's step one. How exactly am I supposed to make my entrance? Most likely Michi on the other side of this door has no idea that I'm coming. Pause for a moment, trying to think of decent opening lines. But soon enough, I shake my head and reach out for the doorknob, thinking he isn't going to help me right now. Too many unknowns. Whatever happens, happens. Michi, you awake? I bet if you'll respond, but as expected, he has no answer. Guess I'll have to make the first move. Coming in. That's a problem. You can tell me why inside. It's unlocked, so my forcible entrance poses no particular difficulties. As I quietly close the door behind me, some stir slowly in the darkness. For one strange moment, it feels as if the room itself is breathing. Fortunately, there was a bit of sunlight leaking through the gaps in the blinds, so my eyes begin to adjust. It's still gloomy in here, but not enough to pose any real issues. I spent long enough in darkness where I couldn't tell the difference between having my eyes open and shut. This dimness isn't a problem by comparison. The glowing scent of cheap candy and imported fabric softener hangs in the air, thick as tobacco smoke. Hidden inside the stronger smells, I also pick up a faint hint of ammonia. Probably a major component of that witch's brew the girl slathers on her hair. Cat. I'm startled by the sudden warmth of a living creature calling itself around my legs. It's cat meat she's been doting on lately. She's remembering her claiming it. Seemed to remember her claiming it wasn't a pet, but if it's hanging around the room, that seems implausible. Hello there, Rummel. Where's Michiru? The cat reacts to my voice by pattering off on its tiny paws and hiding in the bed. Seems he doesn't like me too much. From a little above where the cat vanished, a somewhat surly human voice addresses me. Is that blanket blob you, Michiru? I'm gonna open the curtains. I understand it might be easier to relax in the dark, but a little light should help you wake up. He's fallen. Michiru is sitting on the bed, a blanket draped over her head, her knees. Michiru's. I forgot the is after the Michiru. Michiru's sitting on the bed, blanket draped over her head, her knees clutched to her chest. She's trembling visibly like some kind of traumatized war refugee. Maybe a child waiting anxiously for parents who should have been home hours ago. We're keeping a cat in the dorm, are we? Pretty bold. Can't say I entirely approve that.
違う。気がついたらこの部屋にいたの。連れてきたわけじゃない。本当だもん。
Sound rather forlorn, my friend. Got to put on your tsundere attitude this morning.
うん。
Yeah, she says. I grabbed the back of a nearby chair and pulled up to the bed. And briefly declaring I'm going to sit, I do so without waiting for Michiru's response.
座っていいって。まだ言ってないじゃない。
And that's more like it. Go on, give me the vinegar.
何それ。
Well, what's with that whiny tone of voice? You're really off your game. I'll be your audience. How about you starting with your vocal warm-ups? If you'd like, we can restart the scene from the point where I entered the room.
そんなことしないもん。ねえ。あんたは女の子が落ち込んでるのを見て、ちょっと優しくしたり
I
と
don't
かで
think
きないわ
kindness
け
is in his vocabulary ever since mom.
But it is just very difficult to learn.
I suppose it could, but if someone taught me to. Would that really make you happy?
ちょっと虚しいけど、だいぶ嬉しいかもしれない。
Reprehensible woman. But if you want my kindness that badly, I suppose I could give it to you. I lean forward in the chair, reach out with one hand, and give Michiru a few pats on the head.
何これ。
Kindness, not enough for you? Here, take a little extra.
そう。
Well then, that should be enough for the moment. I'm gonna get the topic at hand. No need to prolong this, alright? You can just respond to the questions. Unless I'm completely off base, you're dragging around a serious problem of some sort, I'm not gonna pry, but whatever it is, it's creating headaches for me as well. I'm not particularly fond of stumbling cluelessly through difficult situations. To put it simply, I don't like this!
No, I don't think I need this skill.
I want you to explain your current condition. Can you do that for me?
私何かした？いや、したんだよね。したよね。
That's right. So you don't remember after all.
うん。ごめんなさい。
With those words, Michiru lets out a tremendously long sigh. Sounds something like a 10,000-year-old cat accidentally brushing his overlong whiskers against the room. The moon, the room. Nothing to apologize about. You can take it nice and slow. So try to talk, alright? You got plenty of time.
いつも暇さえあれば本を読んでるじゃない。その貴重な時間を邪魔していいの？
Not a problem. Don't sweat the small stuff right now, alright? Anyways, this happens to be exactly where I left my bookmark.
この場所？
Yeah, it is the start of the story near the end. I needed to talk if I'm gonna decipher
変
it.
なの。それってなぞなぞみたい。
Maybe, but in that case, you're the one who has the answer. How do you out, Michiru? So talk to me. Make sure to wake me up if I doze off from boredom. I tried sleep learning before, but it never really did much for me.
もうわかった。話する。
Cat Michiru's arm suddenly gives a single meow. Taking that as a cue, the girl licks her lips and begins to speak.
そのうまく伝えられるかどうかわからないけど、覚えてないの。さっき
Whoops.
猫にその猫さんがこの部屋にいたっていうのも私が連れてきたんじゃないって言ったでしょ。勝手にいたの。
ここまで来たのか、それとも私が連れてきたのに忘れてしまったのかわからないけど、本当に覚えてないのよ。
There's a deep wrinkle in Michiru's brow. She resembles a child trying to read a bulky encyclopedia. The girl doesn't seem to know quite where to
で
begin.
もいつからそうなったかははっきりと覚えてる。あの時から私は記憶が飛んじゃうようになったの。突然何もかもわからなくなって、気がつくと次の朝ってこともあった。例えばね、例えばよ、電車の中から外の風景を眺めていると、まだ覚えてないとしてもなんとなくわかる。でも私は真っ暗なトンネルに入ったみたいになって、一瞬で過ぎ去っていく景色も見えないの。それで気がつくと長いトンネルを抜けて、その先が雪国だったらまだマシ。綺麗さっぱり、何も覚えてない状態で翌朝になってる。
So your memory's been skipping. Okay, then, let me ask you a more precise question. Do you remember what happened yesterday?
部分的にはね、ちゃんと覚えてるわよ。ランドリーでみんなと話してて、それでユージがいたから緊張して、すごく胸が苦しくなって、それでなんだか頭の中が熱くなって、私多分誰かに怒鳴っちゃった気がする。途端に大きな氷柱を飲み込んだみたいに気持ちがすっきりして、でもそれから後のことは覚えてない。気がついたら猫ニャがいて、ベッドの上で私は泣いてた。
Look like amnesia, is it? It's growing self-aware that these gaps in her memories coincide with the emergence of another
あの
Michiru.
後どうなったの？私のことみんな怒ってる？
No, there shouldn't be a problem. Don't think you need to worry about that.
やっぱり。
Biting her lower lip, Michiru mumbles a single word. Falls out of her mouth with the dull thunk of a sizable rock hitting the floor. Again, it's not supposed to
う
matter.
ん。そう。嫌いにならないでね。あ、いや、うん。いつもそうなの。私が覚えてないとき、何か嫌なことが起こっているんじゃないかって思うんだけど、全然そんなことないの。むしろ問題が解決していたり、以前より物事が順調な方向に向かったり、そんなことの方が多いの。
I'll take your head, Michiru flickers her eyes over for a furtive glimpse at me. After confirming that my expression hasn't changed dramatically, she gives a small sigh and resumes her
昨
story.
日も同じ。私が何か失敗をしても丸く収まってる。だから余計にどうしていいかわからない。ねえ、
One
ヨ
word
シ、
too much. Your memory's probably just a
私
little
何を
confused.
したの？
At a guess, the situation was overwhelming, but you had to flip a mental switch. So you had to flip a mental switch to deal with it.
頭を切り替えるって。
Richard reacts strongly to those words in particular. Which he does know, after all. I'm not a doctor, and you're not a patient. It's up to you how much you want to hear.
何それ？どういうこと？
I don't think it's that difficult a sentence. Think it over. Michiru lowers her gaze to the floor, staring at the carpet as if looking at the words she dropped earlier. Soon enough, she abandons the search and closes her eyes in apparent
ユー
resignation.
ジ、全部言ってみて。
Alright. Immediately after you screamed,
ちょっと
the-
待って。手、握ってもいい？
I guess. Don't really mind. Michiru timidly reaches out to me. Her small hand, damp with sweat, trembles like a sick songbird.
それで。
Immediately after you screamed the laundry, the odd...
ちょっと待って。もうちょっと近づいてもいい？
Yes, I don't really mind. Michiru sidles across the bed towards me as she draws near. The fingers in her hand entwine their way between mine. Can I continue now?
うん
Immediately after you screamed.
ごめん。
What now?
ギュッてしていい？
I'm not familiar with that verb. Request qualification.
だから、
Clarification.
ギュって。
Can't determine what you're referring to from that word alone. I'm unable to
じゃ
answer.
あ、ちょっとやってみるね。
Michiru pulls away for a moment, then leans over and wraps her arms around me, keeping her eyes averted the whole way. She's squeezing pretty forcefully, almost like a child clutching a giant stuffed animal for
ギュっ
reassurance.
て、こういう感じ。
Seems a slightly academic question at this point. You already are.
そうだけど、してもいい？
I guess I don't really mind.
If these women weren't mentally ill, G would never get with them because he just has no charisma.
Yeah. Like, Yuji needs a shirt that just reads, I fuck mentally ill bitches.
He's literally fixing them. I can fix them for real.
This little scene must look like something like a large tree nearly ready to fall, being supported by from the side by a lumberjack. A little ironic since Michiru is clearly the one who needs to be propped up right about now. Well, guess I'm going to finish my sentence immediately after.
ごめん、やっぱりいい。
What do you mean?
やっぱり言わなくていいってこと？ごめんなさい。
Alright, in that case, can you let go of me now?
やっぱり離れなきゃダメだよね。
Even as she speaks, Michiru buries her face against my chest. I can feel the area near her lips grow warm with every exhalation of breath.
やっぱり離れるのが普通だよね。変だもんね、これ。
Yes, me true, but we're not normal.
Well, it's not especially inconvenient for me, so I don't really mind.
No one's normal here.
Nothing to worry yourself about. The girl maintains her embrace from me for quite some time. My thoughts drift back to the enigmatic other Michiru. What was it?
嫌いになった？
And where's this coming from?
だってやっぱり変でしょ、こういうのって。普通じゃないよね、私。
I raised you the question. Who in this school is normal?
Shit, even the principal's not normal.
Yeah.
Well,
Like no
She's
normal
comparatively-
principal would be this much of a bombshell.
Not even comparatively normal. She's still weird.
Like that being
not that
being
weird.
that cute is not physically possible. She's really weird.
I think you need to work on your riz there.
Yeah, I don't
Eagle
have any
saying
riz,
the
I'm
word-
aware.
Eagle saying the word Riz has got to be
I mean,
several manners
yeah.
of uncouth.
Oh, we are disappointed by this.
I
Riz.
actively feel weird saying riz myself. Don't worry.
That's why I said charisma instead of Riz. Because I thought about
Yeah,
it for
like,
a second. But I was like,
I
no,
literally
okay.
have negative riz.
I think everyone in your server and watches your videos has negative Riz. I mean, we're here for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Besides maybe Eagle. I think Eagle... he's got some Riz. Women love trains. I've heard it from the grapevine.
Like, out of the three of us currently in this call, I will be entirely honest, Eagle probably has the most riz.
Absolutely.
Oh no.
I mean, women love trains. Take them for a train ride.
The person
I
with
love
the
it.
second most riz is honest to God, bud.
No, that's glazing.
No, it's 100% you. You can appeal with just the general fucking cinnamon roll puppy dog personality you have going.
If you say so.
あ、こういうのって記憶が飛んだりってことね。今のこの状況のことではないよ。
Don't you even worry about it, Michiru. I have dementia too.
Certainly not what you'd call typical, but honestly, I don't view it as a major problem.
そう。
Yeah, I'm not sure why anyone would dislike you over something like that. In the first place, nobody could call me normal either, you know. Even I'm aware of that.
ユージは変だもんね。
That seemed to cheer up rather swiftly.
Yeah.
That's right, so don't worry about it.
優しいね。
Get that a lot.
Not
To
that
be honest,
often.
I'm getting tired of hearing it.
バカ。ありがとう。来てくれて嬉しかった。
You're a little good to do, you say that.
なんで？
Because it didn't come here on my own initiative.
そっか。そうなんだ。
To be perfectly honest, Michiru, I came here because you told me to.
私に？
Seems to making an effort to hide it now, but Michiru is clearly still disturbed. Confusion and anxiety flash across her face. Seems like this really is the one topic she wants to avoid above all others. But if we keep tiptoeing around it, we're never gonna make any real progress.
それは。猫にゃ。
Watching the cat cuddle up against her leg, Michiru slowly continues to speak.
私は自分の知らない間に何が起こってるのかすごく怖いの。状況が悪くなってないからそれで構わないなんてことにはならないでしょ。自分の知らないところで自分が何かしてるなんてすごく怖い。自分が自分でなくなっちゃうような気がして怖いの。思い出せないことが多くなって知らないことが増えて私の世界がどんどん小さく狭くなって最後には私は自分でなくなる。そういうのが怖い。でも
As Michiru pets the cat's head, it emits a noisy, rumbling purr.
朝の来ない夜はないだよね。
Her voice as she speaks those words is slightly brighter than before. How does that
How
one go?
wise.
There is no night without a dawn, and no rain that doesn't end. True enough, but even if the sun does get sick of rising, as long as you're yourself, your world isn't gonna get any smaller. Who cares about the rain? Morning and night have nothing to do with it. It's all you.
そうですか。そうですか。そうですか。あんたね、ちょっとあれでしょ。私のこと誤解しちゃったでしょ。それは全部あれだ。嘘ですからね、ビッシー。
Saying kapow doesn't make your words have any more of a punch to them. Just then I noticed that her eyes have grown slightly red. Michiru begins snorting roughly through her nose and shouting transparent nonsense at me. Girl really needs to learn how to deal with her emotions a little more calmly. You don't need to force it.
無理なんてしてないもん。だから今ここで話したこととか、もうしたこととかはするなさいよね。
Hold on. Where's my hammer? There's my hammer.
Oh, he's getting his mallet.
Uh-oh. That's it. I'm getting me mallet.
I dropped my fork. God fucking damn it. Have to get a new fork.
Oh dear, he forked it.
What is he doing?
I'm pulverizing Doritos
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
to put the dust that remains on the rest of my cheese. There we go. Now pour it into cracks. Just like Flex Seal. And now I'm going to pause the recording because I need to fucking take my goddamn fork upstairs and get a new one. Be right back. We're back! David, is that what you mean, your unilateral cleaning session?
あー聞こえませんっていうか抱きついてませんとにかくねあんた女の子の部屋に男が入ってくるとかありえないんですけど
Not to repeat myself, but you're the one who...
うっさいいいから出てって早くもう待てないそれなら私が出ていきますんが
As Michu stumps off towards the door, the cat follows at a dignified pace, holding its tail straight up in the air. And you forgot your broom! How about your radio while you're at it? I hear the delivery service industry is booming.
Wow.
What a
I missed that in
reference.
the original. I completely missed that. That's great.
How did you miss that?
I must have glazed over at some
Like,
point. with
genuinely
Michiru's
how?
behaviour. Either I missed it or forgot it, but holy moly, that's funny. I must have glazed over at the wrong point.
I don't know why, but every single cat that is in our house, out my grandma's house, and our garden was weirdly clingy earlier today. Like, I had to bring my grandmother some firewood for the oven. I went outside. Both cats in our garden immediately constantly followed me and, like, just tried to cuddle up to my legs. Even straight up followed me into, like, the four-room of my future apartment. And eventually just left because the kid got into a playful mood and started attacking the mom, and they just left. So I grabbed some firewood, brought it upstairs, and as I entered, Cookie, the cat that my little sister named, saw me for like one singular second, immediately rushed to my grandma's bedroom, just got onto her bed and just sat there and waited for me to come pet her. Like, I opened the door, like, even just a tiny little fucking inch. And she immediately started meowing at me to finally start petting her. And then when I went up to the fucking with a scratch cube, it's not quite a scratch post, it's like a whole box that they can climb. When I went up to that, Nora, the one that I named, immediately jumped onto it and was like immediately in petting position.
Assume the position.
And generally very eager.
Yeah. Such eager cats.
Yeah. And the cat in our own house has been following me constantly all day.
ねえか魔女よ。黒は女を美しく見せるって金髪の私に喧嘩売ってんの？
Again. How did you miss the reference when she immediately responds like that, Eagle?
Wow.
I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah. Either that or my sanity is finally caught up.
I'm also kind of disappointed that you didn't immediately respond with, I'm disappointed in myself.
I am a little, but that could be left unsaid.
Can we just talk about how SAO Abridged is a better anime than SAO?
I haven't watched either, so I don't.
Watch
I don't
SAO
know.
Abridged, it's hilarious. Especially, it's like something that people hated especially about SAO was because at the end of season 1, they finally get to ask Kayaba why he created SAO and fucking locked everyone up in the fucking game for this fucking death game bullshit. And he just says he doesn't even remember anymore. And people got so fucking salty. So SAO Abridged made a joke where he said like, you know what, it's kind of funny. I don't even remember anymore. And both Kirito and Asa are like, are you fucking kidding me? And like, no, of course not. Imagine how fucking disappointing that'd be if I lock you in this game for 2 fucking years and that's what I got to say about it. No, it's because of Metacritic. It's funny. Watch it. It's great. Hilarious even. The way I see it, blonde or black is beyond the point. What's beautiful is beautiful. Right, for example.
それって例えば何よ？
For example. That cat.
猫かーい！あんた、ちゃんと私が部屋に戻ってくるまでにはこっから消えてなさいよね。
Yeah, got it. I'll be out in a minute.
あんまり長くいられると男臭くてたまんないのよ。
I just said I'd leave.
それと、ねえ、ユージ。
What down?
今日のこと、誰かに言ったらマジでぶっこら！
Well, looking back on his little visit, I've resolved exactly nothing. I achieved formal confirmation of Michiru's problem, but little else. The rough equivalent of shifting a heavy load on your back from the right shoulder to the left. That said, I'm not intending to take further proactive measures at the moment. Michiru's the only one who can truly resolve the problems. Maybe external aid would provide her with a temporary crutch. But that'd only make things even harder on the girl when she finds herself alone again. When you try to save someone, often as you not succeed only on stroking your own ego, rather than scooping them up in your arms, you should provide the push from behind. Assuming, of course, they want your help in the first place. Yes, I really should get going. Oh yeah, I've caught up with Mausama Retry manga. Some of the names are very questionable. Well, yeah, like, some of the names are very questionable. Let's just remember the city of Yahoo with its famous inn, Gugure. And let's not forget about the fabulous saintess that runs around with an iron club called Kira Queen. And that is completely ignoring her older sister, who is a gracious woman called Holly White. Leave the sweet-smelling room behind, having gained little there, but a fresh coat of cat hair on my socks.
ってことで、私ってば幼児に言ってやったわけよ。 今度部屋に入ってきたらつま先をつまみ上げてやるぞってね。
おお、それはチルチルらしいのよさ。
でしょ。こっちも遊びでツンデレやってるんじゃないんでね。やるときはやってやるですよ。
What kind of business exactly?
何よ、ユージ、いたの？いたならちゃんとそう言いなさいよね。
Well, that day, Michiru seems to have gone back into her normal rhythm, cracking jokes at my expense. Everything isn't quite back to the way it was before, but she seems to have gradually regained her balance.
つま先、変なことされないように、ユージも気をつけないとね。
Twisted toes? That's nothing. Our story once about a journalist who got abducted by a terrorist group. They broke out the pliers and... Alright, then. Guess that's enough of that story.
あんたは変なところで残酷描写が出てくるから嫌なのよね。残酷超人、残酷スリーか。
あ、それ見てた。
あるの？残酷あるの？
ないっけ？あまね、あるよね。あれ、私の夢だっけか。
それは私にはわからないな。
夢の管理ぐらいしっかりしてほしいのよさ。
なんで夢の管理までやらせるかな。さすがにそれは難しいわよね。
きっとサッチンならやってくれるはずなのよ。サッチン、サッチン。
She just pulls like a fucking logbook. Like, I can't tell what you dreamt, but I can at least tell when you dreamt. There's just like an entire fucking list of her REM sleep sessions.
Yeah.
やれやれ。じゃあ私もちょっと買い出しに行ってくるね。何よ。
Nothing in particular. You just stay here.
何？
The details are unclear. Keep quiet and stand by at your present location. Don't make me repeat myself again. That scream from outside sounded like Skaki. Hope it's serious, but... Skaki, where are you? Respond. Damn it, where is she? Skaki! What is it? What happened?
降ってきた。
It fell? What fell?
今、急に空から
Out of sky.
猫が
A cat, you say?
猫が降ってきたの。それでちょっと。
Well, Skaki's gaze and found a familiar black cat bounding lightly away into a nearby hedge. Must have been wandering around this area looking for Michiru. Huh, that's Michiru's cat, isn't it?
知り合いなの？もしかして驚かせようとしてわざと？
Nah, you're misunderstanding. This is almost certainly pure coincidence. Most likely happened to pass by just as it was jumping down from a high place nearby. I doubt the cat did it out of malice either.
そう。それならいいけど。ちょっと驚いたわ。私にできることは。
I thought I ordered you to stay your post, maggot! Why'd you disobey me?
そんなの決まってるでしょ。私はあんたの子分でも家来でもないからよ。命令を聞く義理はない。
Sounds like a court martial.
True enough, but you can't deny there was a possibility of real danger. That's why I told you to stay where you are. I really hope you can figure that much out for yourself.
うっさいな。確かにそうだけど。でもうっさいのよ。それでどうしたの？猫が急に空から降ってきたのよ。猫が空から？猫が空からね。
Sounds like a thing from Skies of Arcadia.
I'm trying to remember playing Skies of Arcadia now.
Sky Cat.
I mean, if Sky Pirates, why not Sky Cat?
Yeah, that's true. You're probably thinking of one of the characters. What was her name again? I forgot the character's names completely, but at least it was good for a Dreamcast port. Back in the days when they put all the instructions and guides in the instruction leaflet as well, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
So useful. I think my brother still has that.
However, people of our hand sizes were never supposed to use that weird connector unit of a Dreamcast.
That's true. That's why we got a GameCube.
There's actually a Skies of Arcadia series that I feel the need to link you later, where a bunch of people that essentially like are dubbing over the characters while playing the game, and it results in like a bunch of silly shit like Vice being an egg.
What?
An egg as in a trans person that is not aware that they're trans yet. Like it starts
Right.
as it started as Weiss being like that kind of feminist that's like that kind of like almost slightly creepy feminist because they hype up women a bit too much.
Yeah.
And that just slowly but surely turned into like he's an egg. He was like, oh man, women are so great. I wish I was one. And that was just a joke. And of course, the big bad evil guy was made. What the joke was that dudes rock. Like he is so misogynistic that he comes around to being pro-trans as long as you're you wanted to transition towards being a dude.
Hmm, なるほど。ユミコ、それ私のツンデレブレインでちょっと考えたんだけど、もしかしてよ。
Sounds worrying.
もしかしてだけど、違ってたら気を悪くしないでね。それって猫じゃなくて雨じゃない？ごめんなさいごめんなさい。そうですよね。猫と雨は間違いませんよね。だって猫は猫ですものね。間違いようがないですよね。
そもそもあの猫は松島さんのだって聞いたけど、違うの？
違う。私は猫なんて飼ってないもん。それでその猫にじゃなくて、どこの馬かわからない猫はどこに行ったの？
馬かわからない猫？松島さん、猫と雨の違いは分かって、猫と馬の違いがわからないの？
はあ？わっかるに決まってんでしょ。馬と猫って全然違うじゃん。
Did they really translate UMA
逆にどういう
as
意味？
hole or pothole? The phrase UMA exists in English.
Well,
We have the Mothman. We have like fuck. What was it called? Hold on. Fuck. Get the name.
some holes.
Flatwoods Monster. That's the name. Joe's mask was fucking weird. I mean, they just flat out put the fucking Flatwoods Monster into their game. Called it them. And had them abduct a young girl and brainwash her if you fail the quest. Oh right, I almost forgot that all the way at the end of the quest line, after you help her, the girl's older sister, this is the reward you get. Of course you get more than that, but still, Link does get a face full of Cremia tits. Yes, she's called Cremia.
Yeah.
I really need to actually, like, finish Majora's Mask at some point.
You could say he fell into a booby trap.
Ah!
I should like to thank Spike Milligan for that particular joke.
なんだかちょっとわからない。いろいろ。
Oh. It does look like a comfortable perch, doesn't it?
それで結局、その猫は松島さんのペットなの？
その猫って何？それってどれ？
それって頭の上に乗ってる、明らかに乗ってる猫。
The comfortably perched one.
もしそうだとしたら何なの？
学園で動物を飼うことは禁止されているはずだけど。
じゃあ違う。
じゃあ
ユミコ、あんたが見てるのは幻よ。この世に猫など存在しない。
I don't know, sounds like dog person propaganda.
Not a dog person yourself?
I don't mind them. I used to hate them. Like all the way as a kid, I liked dogs as well as cats. Then the dog, then my friend's dog, who was almost as tall as me, while standing on all fours, saw me arrive when I was coming over to play, and immediately, excitedly charged towards me, knocked me to the ground, and started licking my face, which was terrifying as a child. And ever since then, I was very scared of dogs. And after a while, it's just like, I don't really mind dogs. However, fuck the ones that'll goddamn start barking because you walk on the street next to the house. And, still fuck those dogs, but I don't really have a problem with dogs for the most part anymore. Hell, I would even consider keeping one. I'm fairly sure cats do exist, actually.
いや、存在しない。この世には犬しか存在しない。
In an apparent attempt to protect her cat, Michiru begins to lay out a rather radical new theory. He's probably thinking Sakaki might talk to the administration and get the animal taken away from her.
そう。では、100歩譲ってそれが猫じゃないとしたら、頭の上に乗っているのは何？
今の私に言えることは全て幻。だから本当はここには何もいません。見えてるのは錯覚です。本来は姿もなければ音も聞こえないのです。
泣いたけど？泣いてないでしょう。完全に泣いてないでしょう。二度泣いたけど？
ああ、そうっすね。泣いたね。じゃあ呪いだこりゃ。猫の呪いだわ。呪いで頭の上に猫がいるように見えるんだわ。ああ、急に頭が重くなってきたね。呪いってすごいわ。それじゃあ私はそろそろ時間なんで。
You just declared the cats don't exist. Now she's insisting on a cat curse. The word inconsistent itself is rendered meaningless in the face of this girl's irrationality. Michiru, my friend, if you're going to keep a pet cat, then at least try to be stealthy about it.
だから飼ってないってばただの呪いよくあるやつご飯なのご飯なのちょっと待ってなさいよねまったく
That girl really does whatever she wants.
ねえ風見くん松島さん頭を強く打ったりした？
Haven't heard anything of the sort.
そうこれからもうちょっと優しく接してあげることにしようって今思った強く思った
So Michiru's much more or less back to her old energetic self. If anything, I think her incomprehensibility factor may even have increased slightly. I understand. It goes forcing a show of cheerfulness to mask the continued instability of her emotions. And more simply, she's excited about her new pet. That's that. No matter what the circumstances may be, this illusion and cat curse strategy strikes me as more than a little wince-worthy, given my Michiru standards. Guess I'll see if Chizuru can get me the standard cat vaccines. I'm not telling what sort of viruses or infections the strike might have picked up. In some cases, feline intestinal worms can affect human beings. Nature's stomach is weak at the best of times, so a little caution seems warranted. Be careful about being too nice, though. I need a certain capricious creature getting emotionally attached to me. There's only one truth. But the same facts will inevitably be interpreted in wildly different ways depending on the viewpoint of the observer. The winner writes the history books. The winner writes the history books, and they always come out looking pretty good. If you're searching for the absolute truth, you've no choice but to wade through various accounts with a critical eye, piecing together a more neutral perspective. But even then, cleverly distorted information can often throw your puzzle into a confused jumble. So about this, instead of sifting through everything you can find, dramatically restrict your sources of information. Ignore the third parties entirely and talk only to those who were directly involved. In most cases, that's simply not practical. But every once in a while, and a great while, that's an effective strategy. Coming in.
あら、風見くんじゃない。どうしたの？何かよ。それとも私の顔が見たくなった？
Absolutely. When I read the "What's up," I already had a line set, but then she just said the last part, and it's just kind of like it's easier to just say yeah. However, I will also throw out the other line. What's up, you ask? Well, it's my DICK!
You're too predictable.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, I see your face in my dreams every night. A real nice expression on it too, if you know what I mean.
あの時、
Dear God.
どの時よ。
God, that just reminds me of that one fucking YouTube short of Legends of Adventurous. Ah, yes, I've seen that one before. Clementine owns it. It moves around a lot and makes noises. And she enjoys this? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, you don't recognize the look, do ya? In fact, hold on, let me look for it real quick.
Google is such a wonderful
Oh, is
creation.
that the right one? Oh no,
Indeed.
I'll just hope it is. check.
You win a wooden wand with 8 charges.
Oh, Gideon.
You know what? Actually, I'll set both versions, both the actual session version as well as the animated version.
You win a wooden wand with 8 charges.
Oh, Gideon, Torbeck has seen that wand before. Clementine owns one. It moves around a lot and makes noises.
She's excited by this?
Torbeck isn't sure.
Yeah, you don't recognize the look?
You guys are big. Congratulations. You win. Yes, you finally got there.
Context: the dude that plays as Torbeck tries to always stay in character during the sessions unless they are actively declaring a break. So the fact that he got them to break character is an achievement.
Oh well.
There's okay, enough joking around. Sorry to barge in like this, but it was actually something that was open you could get from me.
冗談なのね。それでどうしたの？支給品だけじゃ心もとない仕事でもあるのかしら？
I do my job with the tools I'm given. This concerns my private life.
あなたがプライベートなんて言葉を使うとはね。
Like to get me a dose of combination vaccine for a cat and some flea medication while you're at it?
猫？学校の敷地内を野良猫がうろうろしてると思ったら、あれ風見くんの猫
？I'm on a leash myself. Why would I do the same to an animal?
発信機でもつけて遊んでるのかと思ってね。
Anyway, I want to give that cat one of those 3-in-1 shots at the very least. Just for safety's sake, can you get it tested for the common diseases? I'll get a blood sample for you.
待ちなさい。誰のお金でやると思ってるの？そんな勝手が許されるわけないでしょ。
True enough, I guess.
でも、相手は風見くんですものね。サービスして5種の混合ワクチンぐらいなら個人的に用意してあげましょう。それ以外は民間の動物病院でやってちょうだい。私はあなたと違って何でも屋さんじゃないのよ。
It's still a help, appreciate it. Alright then, I'll see you in my dreams. As I turn to leave, Chizuru grabs my arm to detain me.
ちょっと待ちなさい。もっと他に何か聞きたいことがあってわざわざここに来たんじゃないの？
Leaning back in her chair, Chizuru pushes her glasses up her nose with the tip of her finger. We may not have spent that much time together, but we've known each other long enough. A woman can see right through me at times. That's not like I need to hide it, I suppose. It's about Michiru. The cat belongs to her, by the way.
松島さんね。そんなことだろうと思いました。それで、風見くんは松島さんの何を知ってるの？
Well, the multiple personality at least. I've learned that she's an extremely moody woman, and also she lives in a room saturated with the sugary smell of cheap, artificially colored candies.
ちょっと風見くん、部屋で松島さんに変なことしたわけじゃないでしょうね。
Nothing to worry about. I paid a brief visit because I had something to discuss with her, that's all.
だったらいいけど、問題になるような行動は慎みなさい。普通の学園生活が送りたいんでしょ？ それで問題のない範疇で松島さんのことを説明することはできるけど、どうする？
After all is wandering around following a trail of breadcrumbs, an unexpected blue bird arrives on the scene. It's used to have the answer I've been looking for. Oh, so be grateful. That said, I can't exactly email me. You can't exactly email me your records, I assume.
当然ね。私はここだけの話なんて言葉は信じてないけど、風見くんなら信頼できるし。
Alright, then let me ask you something. Does Michiru...
Uh-oh.
随分元気のいい猫なのね。それで？
For some reason, I don't feel like asking Chizuru the question anymore. If anyone's gonna tell me Michiru's story, it should be Michiru herself. So I don't think I need that explanation after all. Shouldn't be necessary, really. If Michiru needs my help in some way, I'm sure she'll come to me herself.
あら、そう。傍観することに決めたのね。風見くんがそうしたいのなら、
Spectate
そう
something
し
of
ましょう。
yours. Oh?
Are you implying that you're gonna sit on the cuck chair?
No, not at all. Why would you like this?
I don't suppose relationships are really a spectator sport much.
No.
It just really is weird that, like, hotels just tend to have, like, an inbuilt cuck chair.
They know what happens.
They're all, like,
they know.
in all the stereotypical, like, depictions of a hotel room, there's always just, like, this random chair next to the beds. Like, they just naturally assume, yeah, we're gonna need a cuck chair to, like, properly market ourselves. Sorry to waste your time. And asking Chizuru, I probably could have obtained a decent amount of new information. But I remember Chizuru quivering under a blanket. I think I made the right choice just now. Can't help but feel that learning about Michiru's background without her knowledge would be a betrayal of sorts. Days later, after loading the vaccine, Chizuru got me into a syringe. I decided to inoculate Michiru's mangy little cat. Well, being the animal in question seems to despise me. Maybe it's picking up the lingering scent of blood. Instinctive hostility against a fellow predator. Either way, it's a problem. Making a dog behave itself is comparatively easy. They're generally not used to heights, so plop it down on an elevated operating table and it will be too busy quaking with fear to thrash around. But cats outright enjoy sharply differentiated terrain. Subduing a feline requires different methods. If you cover their eyes and hold them steady, they'll generally settle down. Same goes for most animals, really. There's also the whole, like, grabbing the nape of their neck.
Yeah.
That said, there's no point in covering the animal's head in a paper sack and suffocating it. Which leaves me with the most fundamental strategy of all. Pure physical restraint.
Nani? Nanoto? Nani?
Flash.
なんだ? あれ? ユージじゃない. どうしたの?
Yeah, so it's Zamane. See, good timing actually. Tell me, do you have a laundry net?
下着洗ったりするときに使うやつ? あるけど貸してほしいの? 洗濯物なら私がやってあげるわよ.
No, I'll be using it myself, don't worry about it.
何? もしかしてあれ? パンツとか洗ってもらうの恥ずかしいとか?
That's not the issue. I need the net to minimize potential damage. Are you gonna lend it to me or not? Also, I would not trust her with my underwear.
Especially not Yuji's.
ダメージって何よ? 貸してあげるけどさ、そんな言い方しなくてもいいのに。はい、どうぞ。
Sorry, appreciate it.
それで、何を選択するの?
I'm not washing anything. Alright, see you later.
どういうこと? もしかして、男性用ブラジャー? 実はユージは
噂のあれを日常的に使ってるけど恥ずかしいからこっそり洗ってるとか。
I'm getting the impression that I've left Amane with a fairly serious misunderstanding, but I have other priorities that take precedence right now. I can correct your delusions at a later date. Well then, even among trained veterinarians, many have difficulty handling cats. Strays in particular tend to bite and claw. Need to be careful. Taking a pinch of silver vine powder from my pocket, I rub a little onto my fingertips. You're around here, aren't you? Come on out. I make a conspicuous rustling sound with a bag of powder. Before long, the cat wanders out of the brush to investigate. I bend down and hold out my hands. Most cats have a habit of sniffing at fingertips when they're made available. The black cat isn't particularly fond of me, but the scent of the powder does its work. It walks up cautiously, bringing its nose to my fingers. And at that instant, your fate was sealed! Oh shit! Taking advantage of the cat's momentary carelessness, I pluck it up off the ground by the scruff of its neck and toss it into the laundry net I borrowed from Amane. Some would doubtlessly take exception to the strategy from the perspective of animal welfare, but I planned this out fairly carefully to ensure the least possible risk of lasting harm to the creature. As for those of you who still have complaints, unless once you've liberated every pet on Earth from their collars and converted America to the vegan diet. Until then, surely you have better things to be worried about. I'm going to stab you. Calm yourself, animal. I mean no harm. It's a simple vaccination. Sometimes there are side effects, but rarely worse than a high fever. You won't die. Trust me. That's right. Go limp. Not like you can escape anyway. Here goes. Take a nylon cosmetic pouch from my pocket. Naturally, there's no makeup inside. This just happened to be ideally sized to conspicuously store a certain pen-shaped syringe. Taking out the item in question, I carefully jab a needle into the furry foe's flank. Good boy, don't worry, I'll be over soon. Relax. What? Damn it, I was completely off guard to think I'd let you of all people take my back. Disgrace is unbearable! Go ahead! Kill me!
The RSPCA hit squad.
I don't know why Yuji just randomly became a female knight, but who cares?
Why female?
Do I have to explain the joke?
Yeah.
No.
Doujins about female knights and orcs.
No.
Or female knights and enemy factions.
Shut up.
Literally anything, really. That's the joke. If you're gonna act stupid, I'm gonna spell it out for you.
I don't have to act stupid. I'm naturally that way.
Apparently agitated by the arrival of its owner, the black cat violently rips open the net and leaps to freedom. Nothing bad, don't worry about it. For some reason I found myself answering Michiru's questions with the cosmetics bags and the syringe held behind my back. Yeah, I get the message. Sorry about that. Convey my apologies to your cat as well. Seems I've reinforced the cat's enmity towards me. I haven't done myself any favors in Michiru's book either. In retrospect, I might as well have told her the truth, but the words just didn't come out. I've been spending too much time around the girl. Zuda Tsundere seems like it might have rubbed off on me slightly. Well, that's all well and good. What do I do about this net? Is Iname around? I'd appreciate it if you told me where she is. I see. There's a lot over there.
私がこんなことを言うのもおこがましいとは承知していますが、
I don't think I will
聞いて
actually.
ください。
What?
私は風見さんはどんな風見さんでも風見さんだと思っています。
What?
Amane probably told her her assumption about him wearing like a male bra thing.
Why does everyone assume we're trans?
This game was made in a different era.
Not that far back.
Why does everyone assume we're
男
cross-dressing?
性がブラジャーをしていても変に見られる時代ではありません。むしろごく自然です。逆につけてない方が変ですよね。
I see, so that's what this is about.
はい。できればカップ数などを教えていただければ、私が風見さんにぴったりのブラジャーを用意させていただきますが、アンダーとトップの、わかるかな。そのアンダーっていうのはですね、トップバストと。
Listen, Sachi, that was a misunderstanding of Amane's. Pure fantasy. There's no truth to what you're imagining.
はい、忘れます。ですが、忘れないでください。この小峰幸、風見さんがどんな風見さんでも尊敬しております。
That's
Honestly,
real
God, at
sweet,
this point, just power move. Take off your shirt.
No, don't do that.
I'm gonna do it!
She will drool if you do that.
She'll blow
Probably.
up the school again.
Like, if she doesn't want to believe that we're not wearing a bra, we can just show her the truth. See, nasty, I have to admit now, the look of pain, determination in your eyes and way of chewing your lower lip leaves me with slightly mixed feelings.
この小峰幸、風見さんがどのような。
What a joke, forget about it. Forget it, Sachi.
はい、そうさせていただきます。
Amane, you in there?
ああ、ユージ。何？どうしたの？
The night I borrowed from you ended up getting torn to shreds. Sorry about that. I'll get you an equivalent replacement later.
いや、それは気にしなくていいのよ。だってほらね、男性用ともなるとワイヤーが強いやつ使ってるかもしれないしね。ネットが切れちゃうこともあるわよね。
I don't wear a bra.
そんなこと言ってないじゃない。私がさもユージがブラをつけてると思ってるみたいな言い方やめてよね。
But you do.
思ってます。ねえ、何カップ？つけ心地は？
I'm telling you, I don't wear a bra, woman.
いいの。だから隠さなくていいから。
Save the fans.
ね。
Olive here.
Do not save the fans. In fact, fuck them.
They would like that.
Probably. That actually reminds me, I recently saw a fucking clip, like a fucking YouTube short, and I did not know that at some point, I think it was Gura, Callie, Crony, and someone else were playing Deep Rock.
I think it was. Wasn't this the recent near to last one with Amelia as well?
Oh no. I only saw a
Maybe.
random ass YouTube short. I don't watch VTubers. I say when one of the few streamers I watch at least sometimes is a VTuber.
Classic hypocrisy.
It's more so that I'm at this point kind of ingrained in the community because she was playing Kinkoi at some point. Been a while since we last streamed that, but oh well. I'm at this point a part of the community. I grab him in his hand and push it firmly up against my chest. What do you think?
熱い胸板。
That's not what I'm asking. Does it feel like I'm wearing a bra?
つけてないです。
Glad we've come to an understanding. I'll be going now.
逆につけたくなったら私が選んであげるからね。
At this point, just grab her forehead and squeeze.
Or just grab her by the ear and go, right, Back to the forest.
For crying out loud, there are countless varieties of awkward misunderstandings in the world. This one has really distinguished itself on the mentally draining scale. Like a cheap LCD screen, the truth changes color based on your perspective. Best viewed from a fixed angle. Find a few sources you can trust and stick to them. Even actions you take with the best of intentions can be easily warped through misinterpretation into strange misdeeds. Happens every day, in fact. I sink into the sofa and heave a heavy sigh. A certain playwright once wrote that any sorrow is tempered if you have a friend to share it. There's a long-standing British proverb to the effect of wine and friends only get better with age. Confirm, Eagle?
Sort of true, although it's partially a joke rather than actual proverb. But still, it's true. The same can be said of cheese.
Cheese.
Did somebody say cheese? Nom nom nom.
Cheese, grommet.
Get the cheese, grommet.
That was not a bad attempt at at a line by the late Peter Sallis. That was actually impressive.
Also, grommet was fun.
Yeah.
It's also kind of fucked up when you really think about it.
True, but
the dog
it's
food
claymation.
factory. God, I think it was like, funny enough, I think it was Tomska that made like a video where they did like a joke Great British Bake Off.
Oh yeah, they did.
Where they had to make a very high cake, and one
they
of
made long
them
cake.
made
Long
cake, and during the baking process, he at some point made a joke like, "Look, Gromit, I got massive fucking knockers, Gromit."
I don't remember that. I'm gonna have to go and rewatch that. I don't remember that at all.
Hold on. Hold on, I haven't. I do have a way to find it. Serious Sloth videos all the way down. Well, not quite all the way, it seems. Where is it? Ah, there we go. You really ate all of the... Oh no, that one wasn't it actually. Never mind. There we go.
Oh, Gromit. I've got enormous knockers, Gromit.
Yeah, baking the tallest cake in tryhards. That was where it came from. Oh, Gromit. I've got enormous knockers, Gromit. But anyway, is there any truth to these claims? I'm not so sure myself. Let's say you set out on a trip, lugging around a few bags. You'll probably experience some level of anxiety about them being lost or stolen, right? In that case, wouldn't it have been more pleasant to bring nothing at all? All the more so if you were carrying something truly precious. Isn't it better to lock the things you treasure away in a safe box? Perhaps not to treasure anything in the first place? I'm sitting in the lobby indulging in some after-dinner reading when Amane walks up with Machina and lift my eyes from the summer of doors and ask if they needed something.
実はね、ちょっと言いにくいんだけど、私明日から帰省することになってたのよ。それをユージに伝えるのすっかり忘れちゃってて。
Ah, so we're going to finally fuck Michiru, huh? Nothing wrong with using summer vacations to see your family. I don't see any reason you should apologize to me.
そうなんだけど、ほら、ユージにご飯とか作ってあげたりもしてたでしょ。ああいうのできなくなっちゃうからさ。
Not a problem, as long as I have beans to eat, I won't die.
君はそれでいいかもしれないけど、私が心配なのよ。ちゃんと栄養のあるもの食べないと大きくなれないわよ。
Listen, it's just me and the boys at 3 a.m. looking for beans, okay? Does he have Heinz beans, though?
All the 57 varieties. I can give you a supreme irony.
Huh?
I am British and I don't like baked beans.
No, don't worry. I think people that like beans are fucking abominations.
What about broad beans or Mexican beans, perhaps?
I don't like beans.
How to make beans more interesting? Mexico. Do your thing.
I don't like beans. Like, baked beans are the worst part. Like, I've seen, like, fucking baked beans out of the goddamn can, and it's just like, I hate how goopy they are.
Mm.
The cheese is gone. So now all I have left is the Dorito dust that I am going to eat like this.
I'll just drop it down your throat.
してないけど、偏るのは良くないじゃない。何事もバランスよく。給食は三角に食べなさいって教わらなかった？
Oh, there we go. Are you making light of the nutritive qualities of beans, woman? There we go. Easy to gather your meals from all the groups, right? Pretty sure they retired that as too inflexible and restrictive a guideline.
そうなの？でもね、私が言いたいことはバランスが重要ってことなのよ。
I see. Well, don't worry about it. I think I'll get by one way or the other. Look, Machina's latched onto Amina's sleeve, her small shoulders trembling. Combined with her diminutive frame, she looks remarkably like a lost child at the moment. What's wrong, Machina? You're that broken up over Amina leaving for a while? I know you two are practically sisters, but...
違うのよ。お兄ちゃんと会えなくなるのが寂しいのよさ。
Huh? What do you mean by that? Amina gently strokes Machina's head a few times and gives me an exaggerated shrug of the shoulders.
やっぱりこの子を置いていけないじゃない。だから一緒に連れて行こうと思って。
Oh, how admirable. You're an exemplary guardian, you know that. What did you do? Get caught up playing basketball and forget their children in the car would learn a thing or two from you.
ハマネと一緒なのは嬉しいけど、お兄ちゃんと離れるのは悲しいのよ。サッチンと離れるのも悲しいのよ。ユミちゃんは普通。みちるは？みちるって誰？ちょっと待ちなさいよね。私でしょ、私。
She's just not even gonna hide her cat anymore, huh?
By now, no.
こいつか。いや、ちょっとよくわかんないからいいです。いいですってどういうこと？ねえ、ノーコメントってこと？ちょっと、なんで無視なのよ。まあ、きっとみちると会えなくなるのが寂しいのよ。だからこうして強がってるのよね。 ごく不満そうに返事したけど。ところでこれ何の話？
Girl must have heard her name and passing and flexibly inserted herself into conversation. The ability to talk for that long without a clue about the topic could be called a sort of talent in its own right. True, the more impressive feat here is the total lack of comment regarding the cat perched on Michiru's head. But that one's less attributable to Michiru's talents than our well-honed ignoring skills. Seems Amna's going home as of tomorrow, and she's taking Mangina with her.
そうなの。せいぜい気をつけ。嘘！みちるには先週言ったじゃない。ユージには伝え忘れてたけど。ああ、そういえばそんな話聞いてないわよ。やあ。いいやいいや、ちゃんと言ったでしょ。どうせ話半分で聞いてたとかじゃないの？そうかな、そうなのかな。それでマキナも一緒に行くと？ああ、せやで。そうなの。まあ数日ぐらい楽しめばいいんじゃないのかしらね。
Michiru to 2 weeks. Is added to it.
Oh yeah, we're absolutely gonna be having sex with Michiru within those 2 weeks at some point. Calm yourself.
That was so high pitched. Summoned a whale.
お兄ちゃんをよろしく頼むのよ。ユージのことなんて知らないんだからね。それじゃあ私たちは準備があるからまたね。ほんなね。まあいいわ。ちょっと量が寂しくなるけど仕方ないものね。他のみんなとその分楽しく過ごせばいいわ。
Just as the words are leaving Michiru's mouth, Sachi passes by the lobby, sweeping the passage with vigorous movements of her broom.
あ、サチ、いいところに来たわね。ちょっとカミング、I'm coming.
Oh no. Taking no surprise at this disturbing greeting, Sachi carefully leans her broom against the wall before trotting over to us. Conscientious as always.
はい、みちる様、何かご用でしょうか。そして、I'm coming は若干いかがなものかと。なんで？まあそんなことはいいのよ。ご用なのよ。実は明日からアマネとマキナが帰省するらしいの。あんた知ってる？はい、私もそのように聞いております。よし。それでちょっと寂しくなるからパーティーグッズの一つでも用意しておいてくれないかなって思って。なるほど、パーティーグッズですか。鼻とヒゲがついてるメガネであるとか、三角のおどけた帽子であるとかの楽しげなグッズですね。そうそう、あれよ。ああいうのがあるとね、意外に盛り上がるもんなのよ。イエーイ、バッファローゲームなんつってさ。はい。では、鼻ひげメガネはダックスープ社のグルーチョくん4号をご用意させていただきます。数は人数分でよろしくね。私とユージとあんたとユミコ。お言葉ですが、みちる様。
Everyone other than Michiru and DMC are gonna be gone. I'm calling him now.
何よ、お金なら払うわよ。その辺をむにゃむにゃにすると後で揉めるって分かってるんだからね。いえ、そういった若干の生臭い話ではなくてですね。ですから3つで十分かと。そうなの？なんで？いろいろと込み入った事情がありますが、一言で表現しますと、頼まれたからです。そう。だったら仕方ないわよね。 頼まれたら断れないものね。わかったわ。はあ、じゃあ3人でゆっくりと羽を伸ばすとしましょうね。
Two sets should be plenty, Sachi. I'm not gonna partake.
なんですぐに2つで十分って言いたがるのよ。もう予備も含めて多くあった方がいいでしょ。4枚お頼み申す。
それで結局いくつ用意すればよろしいのでしょうか。
4個。
Two.
はい。では2つ用意させていただき
You
ま
can
す。
see the priority.
今何らかの上下関係を踏まえて判断した。
みちる様、物事には必ず優先順位というものが存在しますので、ですが最初にきちんと4個用意しますが、そのうちの2個を持ってきます。ほらね、みちる様、これで安心。
確かに最初に私の言い分が守られてるなら、それは。はい、
ではお買い物に行ってまいります。
Seems like it's gonna get a good bit quieter around here.
まあね。でもさすがにこの広い寮に2人っきりってわけにはならないから大丈夫よ。ユミコがいるもんね。
And in comes Yumiko.
で、ユミコがまあユミコでもいないよりはマシか。
旅行の準備もこれで終わりと。
With the beautiful timings, Gaki enters the stage left with an enormous suitcase. Overseas vacation, perhaps. Michiru watches another shot, her mouth flapping in a manner strongly reminiscent of a stunned trout. Oh, you're taking a vacation as well, Gaki.
そう、明日から。だってずっとここにいたら息が詰まっちゃうもの。2週間だからすぐに帰ってくるわ。
I repeat, we're going to be having sex with the retarded blonde during these 2 weeks. I feel the need to clarify. I'm talking about Michiru, not JB. Oh no, she's reversed to baby.
あら、どうかしたの、松島さん。
いえ、どうもしてないです。
明日には出発だから、今日は早く寝なくちゃ。
Michiru, my friend. Seems like it's gonna be just you and me for a while.
And the cat.
そうね。あんたと2人きりなんてごめんだけどね。そもそもね、一つ屋根の下で年頃の男女が過ごすなんて異常なのよね。
In that case, should I leave as well? You're feeling anxious? I wouldn't hesitate to lodge in my workplace for a while. I want to make you uncomfortable.
いや、いいわよ別に。その代わり変なことしたら承知しないからね。
2 weeks isn't too long. If you find yourself unbearably anxious, I recommend simply holding up in your room until the others return. I'm sure you'll be able to handle a little solitary confinement.
もういいのよ。いいからもう黙ってなさい。
As I'm setting out for my daily marathon the next morning, I discover a strange little scene. Michiru just skulking around the area in a blatantly suspicious fashion. She scuttles around the courtyard, keeping low and hugging the wall like a cockroach, shooting cautious glances all around her. Even for her, this is fishy behavior. In particular, the black cat riding on her head adds a distinctively surreal flavor. I'm sincerely glad the girl was born well past the witch hunting era. I decided to observe in an effort to determine her objective.
静かになさいね、こにゃ。にゃー。だから今はちょっとそれどころじゃないの。さささささささささささささささ。
What's she even doing up at this hour? I did once observe her heading for the sea around this time, but I'm pretty sure she was looking for a cat. At the moment, an animal in question is firmly perched on top of her head. In other words, there's something else going on here. Perhaps strange behavior might not be the usual Michiru. I don't mean that figurative. sense. Maybe the other Michirus emerged. The exact nature of this little ceremony is unclear to me, but just wandering around the area restlessly making freakish little noises. The girl is never exactly normal, but this is particularly odd. Might be the other one after all. Michiru, my friend. Impressive vertical. Michiru jumps up into the air with a shriek of surprise, returning a good meter on a single bound. Right back at you, Matsushima Michiru. What are you doing up at this hour?
それはあれだ、風見裕二。私は外の風に当たりたくてここに来たのだよ。
There's no wind today.
むふなっちゃって。それじゃあ私塾があるんで。
Oh, cram school at 5 in the morning. Very zealous. What's the name of this early bird educational facility, if I might ask?
There's 2 breaks that can be 5 in the morning.
略して午ゼミ、あるいは朝ナール。
It could be summer.
A yemzem.
Still 2 breaks.
So that's a lie, right?
嘘です。
Then what's really going on here?
なんでもないの。本当になんでもないんです。だから許してください。帰ってください。
Oh, this certainly is the normal Michiru, but it doesn't feel much like the other one either. Don't tell me this is the arrival of Michiru-3.
お願いします、風見さん。ここから早く立ち去ってください。ここは危険なんです。だから早く。
Try telling me what's so dangerous. If I'm convinced, I'll do what you say.
もし地震が来たら揺れるし、そう、すげえ揺れるし、震度によってはびっくりするぐらい揺れるし。
That applies equally anywhere. Anything else?
あと、火事の時は燃えるし、親父がすげえ燃えるし、たくさんの親父がすげえ燃えるし。
We're getting nowhere. It's time to explore alternative strategies. Let's try getting straight to the point. Tell me why you're really out here and who you are.
私は私でしょ。何言ってるのよ。もうだからもうペペペ。
Good Lord, she started spewing saliva in my general direction. This is really the way young women act these days.
ペペペペ。ほら猫にゃも。
See, it's this disgraceful waste of bodily fluids immediately, maggot. Even the god of hydration forgives you. Even if the god of hydration forgives you, I know it will.
だって本当に帰ってほしいんだもん。
The strong front quickly crumbles into a cramped, desperate grimace. The girl looks about ready to burst into tears. Suppose drawing would be the gentlemanly thing to do at this point. I mean, slightly before it, honestly. Alright, understood. In that case, I'll be...
いいから帰りなさいよ。ノー挨拶、ノーライフ。
right. Alright then. See you later.
だからなんで挨拶すんだよ、バカ。
In the end, that behavior was simply too unnatural to ignore. I temporarily returned as far as the courtyard, but soon doubled back to observe Michiru from a distance. From the prostrate position, I advanced with a standard JSDF low crawl to the vicinity of my target. As if choosing a sniping point, I moved to a location that affords good visibility to the scene while providing me with optical cover. Alright, that should do nicely. My view of the scene is unobstructed and I have a clear escape route secured. An ideal observation spot.
まったく、なんでこんなタイミングで。
Even as she wanders around complaining about me, Michiru's petting the cat on top of her head. No, normally dexterous woman, if nothing else.
みちる様、お待たせしました。
This pattern is interrupted by the unexpected arrival of Sachi. Does she have some knowledge of Michiru's secret purpose?
そんなに大声出さないでよ。
すみません。では、小声で例の。
それはほら、ちょっと待って、深呼吸してから。
The item. Seems to be a bartering session of some kind. I've heard that dedicated smugglers are a common phenomenon in prison. The same system exists in the school.
みちる様、落ち着いてください。大丈夫ですか？大丈夫よ。モロチンよ。あれ？モロチンよ。あれ？モロチンよ。あれ？
If your balls are swelling, that's worrying.
Yeah, usually that's a bad thing.
落ち着いてください。もちろんですよね。それだと卑猥な単語を連発している欲求不満 OL 京子のブログみたいですよ。
What the fuck is Kyoko's blog?
Not got a clue.
I see no explanation for the joke anyway.
誰よ京子って。わかりません。榊さんのブックマークで見ただけなので京子の素性までは。
Oh, so it's porn related.
そう。で、そのあのね、こんな時間に呼び出して悪かったわね。はい、大丈夫ですよ。それで頼まれていた品物をご用意しましたので。あら、そう。それでその
Shocking. Seeing it catch my own classmates red-handed. For the sake of their futures, it would be best to stop this now. Nice try, punks! An unregistered gun deal on my beat. You've got some nerve, hands behind your head, and kneel. Sachi falls to her knees on the dirt as instructed. I walk up behind her and wedge her legs apart with my foot. Alright then, no funny business.
ちょっと、なんであんたがいるわけ？もう帰ったんじゃないの？
Silence, you're 10 years too young to be dabbling in black market weapons sales, you rank amateur. Hurry up and kiss the dirt.
誰が闇取引よ？そんなことするわけないでしょ。
Sachi's beating you and following my instructions, isn't she?
それはいつものことじゃない。
Now you mention it, she does. But if guns are involved, that would leave a drug deal. Alright, methamphetamine test seems warranted. Stay where you are while we wait for the kids. Prepare for your urine test.
はい。はいじゃないでしょ。どっちでもないわよ。合法なことしかしてません。
Is what she says true, Sachi?
はい。みちる様も私も非合法なことはしていません。
See, sorry about that. You can raise your head now.
はい。実はみちる様に雑誌を購入してくるように頼まれたんです。しかも受け渡しはきっかり5時にこの場所で。余計なこと言わなくていいのよ。
Buying a magazine. You gotta handle that much on your own, Michiru.
いや、そうなんだけど。
なんでも意識したら買えなくなってしまったようです。
Awkward. What's awkward about it? Explain.
これが頼まれたものです。
サーチ、やめなさい。
Take a magazine from Sachi. The cover is a nauseatingly sparkly abomination featuring the prominent headline, Beloved Beret Beautification, an outfit straight from the marvelous military. What is this thing? Okay, I forget the rest for now. First things first, I need to annihilate this company.
倒しますか？手で行きますか？
That sounds about right. Bare knuckle justice. Alright, Sachi, let's go. We're gonna bring down that company with our fists.
はい、手で。
待ちなさい。どこに行くのよ。まだ5時よ。
True. Lapse of judgment on my part. Well then, what's this rag supposed to be?
みちる様が、ユージって女の子がどんな服着てたら喜ぶのかしらね。と私はいろいろ考えました。デザインよりも機能性を重視したアイテムを好む風見さんですから、きっとミリタリー系が好きなんじゃないかと。
サーチ。それ以上は。
こういった雑誌があることは知識として持っていたので買ってきたわけです。ですが、人に見られたくないということで、その結果が今の早朝取引です。
Going for a late night delivery would have been more fucking secretive, considering he literally wakes up around this time.
でも風見さん本人がこうしてやってきたのですから、もう雑誌は必要ありませんね。直接聞けば解決ではありませんか。
Such a considerate guide there, Sachi.
風見さん、女の子の服で好きなものってありますか？
Not particularly.
なるほど。みちる様、これと言ってないそうですよ。答えが分かってよかったですね。
はい。どうもありがとうございました。
では、私は出発の準備がありますので、失礼いたします。
Don't worry, this is just salt water. Her face bright red, Michiru bites her lower lip and quivers visibly. Don't quite understand the situation, but she also seems to be perspiring heavily. Stomachache, perhaps. Michiru, my friend.
なんですか？お腹は痛くないですよ。
Suppose we will never learn what he was playing. Not a
One of
fact.
life's great mysteries.
はい。
Not a silence. Michiru refused to even make eye contact. Michiru, let me ask you something.
なんですか？
What exactly is a beloved beret?
うるさいわね。そんなの知らないわよ。あんたのために雑誌見て参考にしたりとかそんなんじゃないからね。
It is kind of funny how she is actually becoming a goddamn tsundere after all her pretend tsundere.
本当にそんなんじゃないんだからね。ペペペ。
Marvelous military as
Sound effect.
Pick up the abandoned magazine and jot down the address of a certain rotten publisher with insufficient respect for the gravity of military affairs. A few hours thereafter, everyone who is leaving for summer vacation gathers in the courtyard outside the dome.
それじゃユージ、あとはよろしくね。
Honestly, this seems like a good place to end it.
Oh, okay.
Right as everyone's leaving. You know, like everyone else is leaving, might as well leave as well. You know, give Michiru and Yuji some privacy.
And how thoughtful of you.
Anyway, so you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Sayonara, folks.